Now at 10, a new Christian school is enrolling students in Joplin for the fall. Plus, a Southeast Kansas Fire Department is changing its firefighter schedule for the first time in more than 40 years. And the Miami organization tries to gain the attention of a country music superstar for a literacy programs partnership.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A new Joplin Christian school is now enrolling for this fall. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM Shagun Bamadeli has more.
Pleasantville Christian School is an elementary school that serves students from pre-K to 6th grade. The school will focus on all core content with a biblical aspect.
Areas we will also focus on social emotional health and social emotional learning, meaning we'll teach self-regulation and kindness and compassion and really all of those emotions that go with it. We'll focus on daily mindfulness work, and we're also going to be integrating the 1776 curriculum that focuses on civics and American history, starting with pre-K all the way up to 6th grade.
Quesada says school choice was a huge driver for starting the new school.
As my child and her friends grow, we are seeing that there's not a lot of school choice in this area. And so we decided to move forward with opening a school to support the students in our area and the kids in our area and to allow more school choice in the Joplin community and surrounding areas.
One pre-K teacher says kids come first.
Just let them be kids, but also learn and grow each day and teach them to be kind and loving to each other and be good in the community and to love Jesus and just work with them any way I can to help them grow as humans.
Amanda New says she has a passion to see kids grow.
I'm going to be bringing my 2 children. I have a 3-year-old and a son that will be going into the 3rd grade next year, and so with that I get to see them grow and I get to be with them, and I also get to be a part of something that helps other families because I have the passion of my own children of this, that I think that that'll be great because I want the best for them. I'm going to want the best for your children as well.
Reporting in Joplin, Shagun Bamadeli, KOAM News.
To find out more about Pleasantville, go to our website, koamnewsnow.com. Another cold night out there. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, and it was another cold day for us today. Temperatures at least a little bit warmer. We got out of the 20s, but we started at 14. 32 was the afternoon high. Our average high is 47 degrees, and we are actually going to get back into the 40s as we go through the next few days, which is great news. We do have a lot of clouds. You can see some snow. Springfield to Branson down through parts of Arkansas. A lot of that's not reaching the ground, but what is look at the ice that is ongoing down through central Arkansas, all the way back through Oklahoma and parts of Texas, and this is going to skirt just south of us as we go through the overnight hours tonight. It is cold in Nevada, 26, 29 in Anderson, Miami 28, Parsons sitting at about 26 degrees, and through the overnight hours, we drop back through the 20s, but we get some sunshine tomorrow. We start to warm things back up. Of course, I'm going to break that down for you here in just a bit.
Missouri has signed on to a letter with 19 other state attorneys general warning CVS and Walgreens they could face legal consequences if they sell so-called abortion pills by mail in those states. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey says the sale of the pills by mail would violate federal law and the state's abortion laws. Bailey didn't specify what legal action he would take, but said he would enforce the laws as written. Oklahoma and Arkansas have also signed on to the warning letter. The Newscast, Kansas Fire Department is changing its schedule for firefighters from 24-hour shifts to 48-hour shifts. Now, with longer shifts, they say firefighters can enjoy more time when they're off call. The fire department enacted this schedule due to budgetary issues and excess overtime.
I was away from home a lot. My kids missed me, so I'm looking forward to, and they are looking forward to, having me for the majority of the week coming up.
This is the first schedule change for Newscast firefighters since 1980. The group Friends of Miami Public Library is trying to get the library a partnership with a program started by a country music legend. Dolly Parton's Imagination Library helps provide books to kids in dozens of states and 4 other countries. The Friends Group put together a video showing how the program would benefit the kids of Ottawa County.
So we are planning to launch the Dolly Parton Imagination Library March 1st. So this is to start the registration for children. So then depending on the deadline of when they sign up, then within the following month or the month after, they'll start receiving their book.
The group is asking people to share the video on their Facebook page. Pitt State is hosting a new art exhibit centered around light. Take a look. The exhibit, titled Dipole, is a unique light installation created by artist Kevin Mercer. The university today hosted a reception for Mercer as the exhibit was opened up to the public.
A lot of times with my work, when they're pushing buttons and making sounds, I think arcade cabinet comes to mind, or retro video games. That's sort of some of the aesthetic that I try to embrace. And when a student says that, right, it reminds me of something I used to do with my cousins, or something that's sort of long forgotten that we don't do anymore, that we don't embrace as adults. That's a pretty rewarding moment.
The Dipole exhibit will be on display through May. As the Chiefs and Eagles prepare to face off in the Super Bowl, fans are ordering merchandise from local businesses. Supernova Creations in Baxter Springs is just one of many small businesses that have been busy making Chiefs and Eagles themed merchandise. Those include tumblers, clothes, jewelry, and more. Jessica Moore is busy with her online sales and small booths in local shops.
Yes, I can do custom orders. If somebody wants to add a name or even their own image, I can do that on anything. I've only sold 2 tumblers and 2 t-shirts for the Eagles. The rest has all been Chiefs fans.
Yeah, go Chiefs. Moore says Friday is the last day to order merchandise if you want it by the Super Bowl. Coming up, the Federal Reserve announces another interest rate hike, but this one is different from other recent increases. Plus, Tyre Nichols was laid to rest today. We'll hear from the speakers at his funeral. President Biden's personal attorney says the FBI searched the president's vacation home in Delaware today without finding any classified documents. But agents removed some handwritten notes and other materials relating to Mr. Biden's time as vice president for review. Yesterday, it was revealed that in November, the FBI also searched Mr. Biden's former D.C. office at the Penn Biden Center, where a number of documents were discovered. Memphis celebrated the life of Tyre Nichols at his funeral today. The 29-year-old father died 3 weeks ago after police beat him during a traffic stop. During the funeral, his family remembered their son and brother as a loving man and also called for police reform. Reporter Jared Hill is in Memphis with details.
It was a cold, gray, icy day in Memphis on Wednesday. But inside the Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church, the community tried to warm the hearts of Tyre Nichols' family.
We have come into this place locked in solidarity across the nation and world to celebrate the life of Tyre Nichols, a good person, a beautiful soul.
Nichols was a father, an amateur photographer, a guy who liked to skateboard. The 29-year-old's family remembered him as someone who set his own path.
Tyre was a beautiful person, and for this to happen to him is just unimaginable.
His older sister, Kenyana Dixon, says her family is shattered.
But all I want is my baby brother back.
Amid the pain, there was a push to action. The family pressuring Congress to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act.
The next child that dies, that blood is going to be on their hands.
Vice President Kamala Harris sat with the family and said Nichols' memory will shine a light toward justice.
Mrs. Wells, Mr. Wells, you have been extraordinary in terms of your strength, your courage, and your grace.
Nichols died 3 days after he was brutally beaten by police. 5 officers are facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder. 4 of them had prior complaints. Jared Hill, CBS News, Memphis, Tennessee.
The family's attorney, Ben Crump, announced a new section will be added to the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act in honor of Tyre Nichols. It'll make officers responsible to intervene if a fellow officer is doing something illegal. Congressional Democrats overwhelmingly support the bill, but it's unclear whether there's enough Republican support for it to pass. The Federal Reserve might have given Wall Street reason to be encouraged today. The central bank announced it'll raise interest rates 0.25%. That's a fraction of the massive 0.75% raises it's implemented in recent months. The Fed pointed to recent data on wage growth and falling prices on consumer goods and energy as reasons for the reduced hike. A little bit later, it's National Signing Day. We're going to learn which local high school athletes are moving on to the collegiate level.
Plus, our temperatures are going to start to warm back up over the next few days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a cold one once again for us today. The Arctic air has been on top of us now for about 4.5 days, and thankfully it's going to start to retreat just a bit as we go through the next few days. Nice shot, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course. Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. We do have a lot of clouds out there. It is cold. It's sitting at 28 in Stockton, Anderson at 29, Miami at 28, Pittsburgh checking in at 27, Nowata sitting at 28 degrees, and it looks like our temperatures, we're going to drop back lower 20s once again. We still have the Arctic air mass in place, but it's weakening and starting to retreat, which is great news. That means we're going to start to warm up as we head toward the weekend. Outside, sitting at 28 right now. The winds are calm, so we don't have a wind chill, which is good. And as we go through the overnight hours, we'll slide back to about 24. But we get some sunshine, especially by late morning, and that's going to help our temperatures warm up quite a bit more than what we even saw today. All right, we got the clouds out there. You can see some snow on the radar from Springfield to Branson, but this is actually evaporating before it hits the ground. So we don't have any snow out there, but as you drop a little farther south, this is where we have the ice, and this has been a huge problem across Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas over the past, 2 or 3 days. It's been round after round. This system is going to slide just south of the region, and then it's going to kind of pivot off toward the south and to the east. So it's not a huge worry for us. Out to the west, look at the storm systems stacking up, so it gets active again, but this is about a week away before we really start getting real active once again, so we actually get kind of a break as we go through the next several days. All right, tonight, here's 3:30 in the morning. You can see a little bit of sleet trying to sneak up right into our southern counties, Delaware County, Benton County, and will mainly stay south of the region. We'll start the day with clouds, but as we work through the day, here comes the sun. About 40 by noon, and I think most of us mid-40s for highs, which is pretty good. 44 in Nevada, Miami, about 45, 46 for a high in Parsons. Tomorrow night, northerly winds once again ushers in a little bit cooler air, so upper teens to about 20, and a little bit cooler on Friday, but still not bad. Mostly sunny skies, and we're going to go right around 40 or 41 for an afternoon high. All right, day planner 25 to start, 39 by noon, high of 45, so a pretty good Thursday. And as we go into the weekend, here come the warmer temperatures. We get southerly winds. These are going to start to increase, so we go into lower 50s on Saturday. We are going to have a lot of clouds. Sunday near 60 degrees. It's going to be very windy. Monday we go into the mid 60s, and we get a cold front that slides in late Monday, and that could give us a few random showers. And then we have a bigger storm system which will start to affect us late next week. All right, 45 tomorrow, 41 on Friday, 52 on Saturday. Sunday up to 60, up to 64 on Monday. So that's a huge switch for high temperatures. That's 40 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday. And then we get back into the rain, possibly wintry weather late next week.
Spring is just teasing us.
It always does around here.
It always does.
I know.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, local student athletes signed today to continue their careers in college. Jacob Leonard is going to join us with signing day coverage from Girard, Joplin, Lamar, and more. Coming up.
Today is Football National Signing Day. All across the area, local players signed today to continue their careers at the college level. We got a lot of different stops, but we're going to start at Joplin High School, where today 5 student athletes signed to move on to the next level. Now, 4 of those 5 will play football in college. Luke Gunn signs to play at Bethel College. Wide receiver Terrence Gibson is going to go the JUCO route to play at Independence Community College. And cool story here, brothers Drew and Draven Van Gilder, they've been together their whole lives and they're going to stay together. Both of them signed today to play at Truman State University.
Because we're going to see that same type of competitiveness in college and at Truman State with all the other teams, the same as what we'd see in the semifinals, the state championship, everything like that.
But when I found out my brother was getting an offer as well, it really excited me, because we're going to be able to continue this tradition, this legacy of us being able to be together and not be away from each other, which I think is going to help us both mentally and also with our competitiveness going into a whole nother stage of football.
At Pittsburgh High School, 3 football players signed today to continue their careers in college. All 3 of them are going Division II, and all 3 will play in the MIAA. And Jackson McKechnie is headed to Emporia State. And McKechnie is an all-state punter for the Purple Dragons. Now, the other 2 guys will stay teammates. J.J. White and Jackson Turnbull are joining the football program at Fort Hays State. Now, Turnbull actually going to try to be a 2-sport athlete for the Tigers and play baseball as well.
I think I'm ready for it. I don't like not doing anything, so I think it'll be good for me. I'd say coaching staff. I really like the coaches at Hayes. Coach Brown, Coach Harris, really good dudes. Coach Hickle too. Just felt right there.
Coach Latt has a really good relationship with some of the coaches out there, knows them really well. They speak highly of him. He speaks very highly of them, and even people all around the community. Coach Brown had been in Pittsburgh for a while, and everybody seems to talk good about him.
Just go on, be the best I can be the best punter I can be, do what I need to do. If I have to go punt there, I'll punt there. If I have to kick there, I'll kick. So I'm excited just to go there and to show out.
Big time signing day today in Lamar with 9 seniors signing this afternoon. They're going to play football. Cameron Sturgill signs today to play at Missouri S&T in Rolla, Missouri. The other 2 guys will stay teammates with Austin Wilkerson and Joel Beshore, also going to the GLVC, signing to play for Southwest Baptist.
It can help me with obviously you got to stay on your grades if you're on the team, and they really push that, and it just makes you a better person and you're with the team all the time.
Hopefully I can add some excitement, bring some energy with me. Hopefully I can play for a few years and make a difference, hopefully, at least,
Well, first, just having guys that you can rely on and just having genuine people like that you can count on all the time, that'll just make me a better person, and then obviously they're going to teach me how to be a better football player and put some weight on me, hopefully.
In Webb City, like every year, the Cardinals have a big signing day group. 7 Webb City seniors signed today, with 4 of those moving on to play football at the next level. Offensive lineman Tom Mouser signs today to play at Missouri S&T. Lucas Ott gets a Division I opportunity, signing today to play for Arkansas State. Now, Trey Rhodes is going to be a 2-sport athlete, signing to William Jewell football and track and field. And finally, linebacker William Wolf is staying local to play at Pittsburgh State.
I want to win a national championship. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I want to win a national championship. Yeah, that was a big thing when I was choosing a college, is like going to a place that likes that winning is important, So when I was choosing a place to go, that was definitely one of the biggest factors that winning was an important part of their culture.
But whatever helps the team out and the program out, I'll do. I know I've talked to Coach Caston, tight ends coach there, and he wants me to hopefully play my first year. And he said run blocking was the main thing that he loved about me. But I'm excited to show him what I got with my hands and my feet. So I'm really excited.
In Southeast Kansas, we have a pair of CNC rivals who will be teaming up in college to play for the Pittsburgh State Gorillas. In Frontenac, Mario Mangini signs today to stay home and play for PSU. Now, Mangini kind of do it all, but he's signing to play safety for the Gorilla defense. He's an all-state player for Frontenac. Had 1,300 plus scrimmage yards and 16 touchdowns last year on offense, 56 tackles, an interception, and a fumble recovery on defense. Now here he is on his goals when he gets to PSU.
My first year I want to get bigger and stronger. I'm not very big right now, I guess, so just getting faster, stronger. And then my goal is hopefully play, do good. Just being right there, my family or anyone that supports me can come down and watch me play. So I think just playing for them will be the best part.
Joining him at Pittsburg State is Girard standout Luke Nigaman. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. Will convert from quarterback to tight end for PSU. He's led Girard to a 20-2 overall record the last 2 years, winning 2 district titles and a pair of regional championships. Now here he is on joining some other talented local players in Pittsburg.
Really excited, great talent all around here, and competing against them pretty frustrating, but being able to come together and combine with them is going to be awesome. I want to get in. I want to, kind of make a name for myself. I want to just be a contributing factor to that team and do whatever I can, any way I can help.
Pittsburg State is losing some local guys who did a lot of good things for that program. Guys like Brandon Malikas, Zeke Wall, PJ Sarwinski. So to see them, loading up on some good local talent from some younger guys, it's always cool to see them go through there.
It's always nice to see the local high school athletes move on, but when they move on to someplace closer to hand and the fans can continue to watch them, that's an extra benefit.
And I get to continue to cover them too.
Very good. We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a local veteran. Alfred Johnson served in the U.S. Army from 1941 to 1945. Farlington, Kansas native was stationed in Europe, and we are proud to salute Sergeant Alfred Johnson, a 4-state hero. It was a cold day followed by what's now a cold night.
Yeah, it's going to be a cold night for sure. We're going to drop back lower 20s, 23, 24 a little bit later on tonight. But look at this. We get into the 40s tomorrow, 45. A little bit cooler on Friday, but the weekend looks fantastic, 52 and 60 on Sunday.
Yeah, whenever you pass one of those numbers ending with a 0, like 60, it seems a lot
better. Not bad.
Final sports note.
I know you guys are upset we didn't get to this in the sports segment. We've had a lot of signing day stuff. Tom Brady retired today for the second time. He says this time for good.
We'll see. Thanks for joining us. Morning Show, 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.